U7Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Now you can enjoy an extra free coins for every order. Don't miss the opportunity for up to 4 million free coins. Use my code Inception for another 8% off. Okay guys, so this is going to be the second evolution video of the day. Again guys, with these evolution videos, we kind of like just quickly go through them for the most part because a lot of the times you kind of have to have like chain evolutions for like some of the cards that you've been doing over the course of time to get some like proper upgrades, right? But we check them out anyways, we see what we can upgrade and we basically just take it from there, right? So with this one guys, this is one that you pay 25k for. You pay 25k, but you can upgrade cards like Arda, who obviously did not receive the upgrade from the Cup final, right? With a card like this, he gets the Press Proven Plus that he already has, Finesse Shot, Incisive Pass. So mainly Incisive Pass for a card like this. But yeah, you mainly get Incisive Pass, Press Proven, and the Long Ball Pass, right? So obviously, if you're looking at a player that is going to have some nice passing capabilities in certain positions, this is going to be something to look into because it also gives you the Shadow Striker Plus, which is very helpful to have for most of the cards in this game. Trending evolved players, right? So obviously, Olise is gonna Olise. Never really know exactly how to pronounce his name, but he gets an upgrade. This is a card that a lot of people liked over the course of time, and honestly, he's not really that poorly formatted for the Hawk chemistry style. Hawk is way too low. Actually, it has to be like a Hunter, I would say. At this point in the game, you need to increase his shooting as well as his pace. Right hand side, you have the Finesse Shot, the Press Proven Plus. I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. In comparison to the team of the season, I think a card like this might require that Press Proven Plus for his dribbling to not feel as physical at this point in the game, but it just depends, right? Because I mean, he still has some other things too with the technical, the flair, and all that kind of stuff too, because I did feel that part on the team of the season version of the Olise card. In regards to like longevity, if it's like lasted up until this point and all that kind of stuff, right? But again, with this card, he still has that Shadow Striker, that inside forward roll. Dribbling is in a decent area to work with the Press Proven, and both of the play styles would be pretty relevant on the card as well, right? Since obviously he would be a left-footed player, mainly on the right-hand side, going for those finesse shots, right? So on a Hunter chemistry style, not a bad upgrade if you were to go down that route. If you feel like you want to maybe increase his dribbling capabilities, right? Arda is the other card too. The thing with this one is that you get general stat improvements for these cards in certain areas, right? Like with Arda, you're making his dribbling significantly better, but his physical is also significantly better. So when you're working with the Press Proven, it is a combination of working with dribbling stats, body type, and physical stats all in one, right? Because you're timing the shield touch, you're timing certain dribbles a certain way, and you need physical to be able to kind of like out-muscle defenders when you're doing those specific touches, right? So it's important to get that physical boost for a card like this that on a Hunter chemistry style still, you know, turns into a five-star player. Now, with cards like this, it's mainly for the passing improvements, but the only thing that's a little bit off with these cards, and honestly foot.gg does a pretty good job of actually giving you the meta rating for this, is the fact that you know, these cards don't have like low driven or anything like that, right? Which is, I would consider to be a problem, but not at the same time, because the card still looks like it's well formatted for the Hunter chemistry style, with the higher pace, with the higher shooting. And then he still gets that Shadow Striker plus in the cam position. Because I think before he didn't even have Shadow Striker plus. I remember because I did his review. Yes, Shadow Striker plus was not a thing on the card. So now with Arda, you get a way more usable version of the card, especially at a 5-star capability. So even though the Showdown did not get an upgrade, you can now upgrade that version of the card. By the way, is this Simmons card? I was using Simmons on somebody's account. As far as gameplay objective cards go, like, I think my Mycon and Maldini are like the go-to guys. I wasn't really too impressed with Simmons' card. I was using him on somebody's account for review. I think it might have been for like a Thierry Henry or something. And I was like, yeah, as far as like meta goes and cards that I'd actually want to use on a consistent basis, like, I don't know, for me personally, I would just prefer to use like Maldini and Mycon, to be honest with you. With a hobby with Simmons' card, excuse me. I mean, he looks cool if you wanted to go down this route, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not really crazy about him, man. You know, base mechanics wise, like the card is cool to get as a gameplay objective, but it wasn't like, you know, like some people were kind of like gassing it a little bit, in my opinion, and they were kind of gassing it. I think gassing it would be for like Maldini and Mycon. Those would definitely, like Maldini, I was using him, I was like, dang, this guy's good, you know. Neymar has so many different evolution choices. I'm gonna be real with you, it wouldn't be like super horrible to go down this route just because of the base dribbling stats already being at a 99, right? Like this would kind of make sense for a card like this that you just want to be able to do like quick skill moves with, quick left stick dribbling for the most part, because he doesn't have certain dribbling play styles, because you guys know it goes hand in hand with that kind of stuff. Excuse me. But if you want that Shadow Striker plus in that position, and you want to be able to utilize the card in this way, he actually looks pretty decent. Like it actually kind of makes sense for him specifically because of the dribbling boost and all that kind of stuff. For a card that you're upgrading for like 25k, not necessarily too bad for you to use a Neymar on your team, right? So he actually looks pretty good. The 99 base dribbling is really, really awesome. There's other variations as well that you can kind of go with, right? Like this one, but dribbling stats like that, I probably wouldn't look into as much, to be honest. Charlton's definitely the type of guy who definitely needs a press proven plus. This might not be like a super popular choice between people just because he has the power shot plus as a playstyle plus, which a lot of people are probably not really going to prefer as much. But the dribbling boost is very important for him because generally around mid 90s for dribbling stats on a Hunter chemistry style, he still looks like he gets some pretty decent improvements, especially for a card that should feel a little bit more responsive in game. But you guys know, man, with even if you give like these dribbling play styles of cards, there's many variables you have to consider when it comes to you know, how these guys would generally perform in game. It's a lot of things, right? Definitely a lot of things for sure. Yeah, so stuff like that, a little bit more questionable, right? I think this one is like 25k, but you probably have to go down the route of choosing some of the more sentimental cards because some of these guys, you can argue a little bit that they're gonna be a little bit outdated, right? Now you have interesting choices that people just generally don't go with, but if you were to go with and they can link in your team, they look pretty sick, right? Like Juan Mata, for instance, right? Press proven with a guy like this on 99 dribbling, very similar situation to the Neymar card, where it's like, okay, I give this guy a Hunter chemistry style, I have really nice pace, really nice shooting. If I'm working with some sort of variable in my team, it could be really cool to have in the squad, right? But again, in regards to like meta stuff, like the main thing about this one is that there's no driven shots added to these guys, right? Like Maradona's card from some expired Evos. So if you still have a Maradona, you can actually improve his card. And with this card, he's still kind of poorly formatted. You know what's funny, man, is that there was a guy that I was doing a review on his account with, and by accident I claimed one of his Evos that apparently you weren't supposed to claim because he has to give something specific to him. And I just told him straight up, I'm like, I don't really rate the Maradona card at this point in the game. But I mean, like this one has like a good like to dislike ratio, but I don't know, man. I think like dribbling wise, they kind of format him low on purpose with this evolution. It's like, what do you do? Like, do you give him an engine and then you work with pace like that? It's like, no. Then you give him a hawk and then you know what I'm saying? And you give him a hunter and you have 89 agility. Like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, maybe that would compensate for dribbling stats a little bit, especially for a card that you are improving to be a 5-star player. But I don't know about that 89 agility part, right? Like, I know that he's 5'4", he's super small, and he could just be agile in game anyways, 100%. But yeah, like when I was trying out his evolution in that game, I was like, I'd prefer to just use somebody else, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's just personal preference, right? The big thing here, again, with these types of cards is you go to this version over here, you go to roles, right? I mean, he has Shadow Striker anyway, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's going to be a top choice just because a lot of people, you know, still have that card. They can still choose to upgrade him as well. There's a card like Rivaldo. I'm going to be real with you, man. With Rivaldo's card, like he could definitely be really sick in game, but like using a card like this as an evolution in comparison to this guy who genuinely looks like a beast, like, and this guy went down in value quite a bit after all these promos came out. But like, dude, this guy looks like a really solid player on the left-hand side. I've never used him myself, but like everything just kind of looks like it works on him, right? Like if I give him a hunter chemistry style, good pace, good shooting, 5-star, 5-star capabilities, low driven, still has a finesse, pinged pass as well. Pinged pass is amazing to work with in those general attacking positions. Like I just going down this route, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, right? So I could see where an evolution like this, people might not be like as super like crazy about. Griezmann actually looks like a pretty sick card that you could choose from the new evolution. Sorry, I just had to attend to some stuff, but yeah, for this one we'll just leave it there for the most part. I think people will kind of just go down a route like this, mainly because it's the card that they have, right? And then other people, they'll have to look at some of the evolutions that they have, especially if they want to give certain passing playstyles to some of the cards that they have, and then you just kind of like basically go from there, because this will be like the highest choice. It's just a matter of how good the dribbling will be at 89 agility, but he is 5'4", the press proven plus, so there is that variable with him as well. It's a huge thing added to him to make him maybe feel more responsive, right? But yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.